Hi, this is Wendy Bottrell from wendybottrell.com, Lifestyle Transformation from the Inside Out. And today I wanted to have a short presentation on the basics of gluten-free living. And, you know, are there basics to gluten-free living that will benefit you in getting started with your new lifestyle? And in my opinion, yes, there are. As I go about my day, I find all kinds of information, mostly on gluten-free recipes, maybe a little bit on exercise, yet the basics of gluten-free living are not discussed much. Instead I hear, read, and speak to many people that are just confused on how to move forward successfully in their new gluten-free lifestyle without the overwhelm and or the frustration. So the following are a few ideas that have worked really well in my gluten-free journey, and I wanted to share those with you today. So it has me thinking how I can provide the best information to help each first person that must live gluten-free to achieve health and well-being easily. There are a few basics that most don't like or want to hear. However, you might find some value in the takeaway. So let me explain, and if you find value, go and implement them into your daily lifestyle. So for better gluten-free living, health and well-being, there are basics. So I've written about the 6 pillar of health the other day and many times on my blog, wendybottrell.com. But the 6 pillars are hydrate, eat or your nutrition, breathing properly, let sleep be a part of your plan, what thoughts you have, and have a plan to move. These are the basics for healthy living. And when you're living gluten-free, these don't change. So we need to drink water, good clean water. We need to eat the proper foods for our gluten-free lifestyle, and I'll share some ideas on that in a minute. We need to breathe properly. Breathing helps to reduce stress and help you to be focused. Sleeping, it's a forgotten health benefit. We live in, there's light 24/7 in our lifestyle. So sleep is definitely needs to be a part of the plan. And every single thought you have affects every single cell in your body. So how are you going to think? Are you going to think that gluten-free living is hard, and that's going to just resonate with every part of your body? Or are you going to start to turn those thoughts around and have easy thoughts about gluten-free living? And exercise, we just need to move more as a society. So these are the basics, and they don't change. Now, when I go out and read and do research, what I hear mostly is about the products to buy, not about changing again those thoughts to a gluten-free lifestyle as your medicine for change. So kind of put that into your head, lifestyle as your medicine. And that would be the most positive change factor that, in my opinion, we all could make for easy change. So the basics of gluten-free living are all about real food. And I know today that it's almost like a dirty word for a lot of people, real food. So what I learned over the past few years of my journey is that it really is vital for improved health and well-being to eat real food. And it's even better for your health to eat real, organic, and local real food, if at all possible. And so real food, organic, and local, whenever possible. And here's what I mean. You will not improve your health if you continue to eat crap, processed sugar, cross-contaminated foods. And some may even call these kinds of processed foods frankenfoods. They have so many, if you actually look at the food labels, it's astounding the number of ingredients. So there's nothing healthy about many of these foods. So keep that in mind. And it just won't happen for you to be healthy, again, eating these franken foods. And it really is crucial to understand. everything you buy, prepare, and eat, it really must be real food with few, if any, ingredients. And just that whole concept of no ingredient label, for example. Carrots don't have labels. A roast beef doesn't have a label. And these are the things that, again, start changing that mindset about what you're going to put into your body. And why? Because this is what nature intended you to eat. And in the past few decades, we really have outsourced our quality of food choices to manufacturers who don't really care about your good health. Again, choose real food. And what else might we learn for living gluten-free? The second thing I've learned is you must slow down. You must have a time to plan, prepare, and eat your real food in a calm, relaxed environment where you can appreciate how your meals taste. You must also begin to realize how you feel as you eat, and most certainly how you feel after you eat any meal. And this is important because we certainly know today you are what you eat, but more importantly, you are what you digest. And you can't know how you feel, or you can't know how you feel, an hour, 2 hours after a meal, if you're constantly in motion, throwing processed food in the microwave, standing at the sink to eat a meal. There's just no way that's congruent with getting the most out of every meal to lift you up. So you won't heal, you won't move forward to a place of wellness if you don't begin to slow down. Most people don't realize how they feel from what they're eating and how they feel meal to meal. And this has been a really powerful experience for me. Just slow down. Now, I appreciate this can be a huge challenge considering the gotta have it now world we live in. However, it can be done. How you think is going to be the biggest factor for your success in gluten-free living. And just before I go on, I know I hear a lot of people who are really negative on the whole gluten-free living, and yet I hear them say, "Oh well, I went for Italian food and I felt really bloated," and they're not connecting how the food is impacting from that meal. And that's just one example. I hear it all the time. So connecting to how you feel after eating food will make a big difference to the food choices that you begin to make. And it's time to educate on the basics of gluten-free living. I've given you a couple of ideas, but finally you got to take the time to educate yourself on the basics of gluten-free living. Really understand and know why eating processed foods, these packaged processed frankenfoods are not your best choice for your good health. They may be taking the gluten out, but they're adding a lot of other ingredients that are not healthy. You got to learn why exercise is a must in your day. Go for a walk, do some sprints, lift weights, dance, work in the garden. And these just are, oops, I spelled it wrong. These are just a number, some ideas for daily exercise. And most importantly, you need to learn why you are so worth the time to go back to the basics of gluten-free living. And last year, I attended the Gluten-Free Summit by Dr. Tom O'Brien, and I will put a link in the info section here. It was a very powerful and impactful online summit that is available to purchase if you want to get some solid education from the leading experts in the field of gluten-free sensitivity, in the world of celiac disease, and how making these simple changes can benefit you for a lifetime. So go ahead and share a comment below if you have on how you've gone back to the basics of gluten-free living. Share this post on Facebook, Google Plus and tweet it if you have found value that would benefit you, your friends, and your loved ones. Let us know how we can support you in your journey to gluten-free living. This is Wendy Bottrell, wendybottrell.com. Lifestyle transformation from the inside out. Thanks for connecting and have a